The last digit of your birth year holds a secret that ancient Buddhist masters understood, but modern life has made us forget. You've been living with a spirit animal guide your entire life, influencing every decision, every relationship, every success and struggle. This guardian chose you before you were born, embedding its wisdom in your soul's energetic signature. Most people never discover their sacred protector. Today, you will. Have you ever wondered why certain patterns keep showing up in your life? Why do some challenges feel like they're teaching you the same lesson over and over? The answer has been hidden in plain sight, written in the numbers of your birth year. What you're about to discover will shift how you see everything, your strengths, your struggles, the path you're meant to walk. Before we dive in, I want you to do something powerful right now. Type these words in the comments. I am ready to meet my spirit animal. This isn't just engagement, it's a spiritual declaration that opens your awareness to receive what's always been there. Say it out loud if you can. Feel the shift that happens when you give permission for hidden truth to reveal itself. Here's what the ancient teachings tell us. Buddhist cosmology teaches that the universe operates through cycles of 10, each vibration attracting a different sacred animal guardian to souls born under its influence. Your birth year's final digit isn't a coincidence. It's the numerical signature of the spirit animal that recognized your soul's potential and committed to walk beside you through this lifetime. These 10 guardians don't just protect, they teach through your natural gifts, your struggles, and the recurring themes that shape your destiny. Think about it. The challenges you face aren't random. The talents that come naturally to you aren't accidents. The lessons life keeps presenting until you finally learn them. Those are your spirit animal's curriculum, designed specifically for your soul's evolution. When you understand which guardian walks with you, suddenly everything makes sense. The frustrations transform into teachings. The gifts become tools you can consciously wield. The path forward becomes clear. So let's discover which sacred guardian has been guiding you. Calculate the last digit of your birth year right now. If you were born in 1987, your digit is 7. Born in 1965, your digit is 5. Got it? Hold that number in your mind. Prepare to see your entire life through new eyes. If your birth year ends in 0, you carry the phoenix. The phoenix represents eternal transformation, rising renewed from what others see as endings. You know something most people fear, that destruction often precedes the most beautiful creation. Throughout your life, you've experienced more endings than most. Relationships that seemed permanent dissolved. Careers you'd built suddenly shifted. Identities you clung to burned away. Each time, people wondered how you'd survive. Each time you didn't just survive, you emerged stronger, wiser, more authentically yourself. This is your gift. You have natural resilience that defies logic. You can reinvent yourself completely when others feel stuck in old patterns. You find gifts in loss that others can't see. You inspire people through your comebacks, showing them that falling apart can be the beginning of coming together in a better form. But here's your challenge, Phoenix Soul. You might fear stability. Part of you unconsciously creates chaos to feel alive because transformation has become so familiar that peace feels dangerous. You struggle to trust that peace can last, that you're allowed to rest between rebirths. The lesson your guardian wants you to learn is this: true power isn't in the rising, it's in trusting that each ending births something more authentic. You don't need to burn everything down to prove your strength. Sometimes the most courageous transformation is letting something beautiful stay. If your birth year ends in 1, you walk with the tiger. The tiger embodies primal courage and the fierce energy of natural-born leadership. From childhood, you've felt different. While others hesitated, you moved forward. While others asked permission, you claimed what was yours. You carry a commanding presence that doesn't require volume. People feel your strength when you enter a room. You take decisive action when others are still debating options. Your protective instincts run deep. You face fear directly instead of pretending it doesn't exist. You initiate necessary change that others avoid because it's uncomfortable. This makes you a natural leader, someone others look to when situations get difficult. But Tiger Soul, your challenge cuts deep. You can be impatient with gentler souls who process differently than you do. You struggle to receive help because you've been strong for so long that vulnerability feels like weakness. Sometimes you're lonely at the top, surrounded by people but truly seen by few. The lesson your guardian offers is profound. Real strength includes knowing when to be still, when to let others lead, when to show vulnerability. The tiger who never rests becomes the tiger who breaks. Your power multiplies when you trust that you can be fierce and soft, strong and supported, a leader who also knows how to follow. If your birth year ends in 2, the rabbit walks beside you. The rabbit carries the wisdom of sensitivity as a superpower, not a weakness. Your entire life, people may have told you that you feel too much, care too deeply, take things too personally. But your guardian knows the truth. Your sensitivity is precisely what makes you powerful. You have deep empathy that allows you to understand what people need before they ask. You're a natural peacemaker who can sense conflict before it erupts and gently guide everyone toward harmony. You read energy that others completely miss. The tension in a room, the unspoken hurt beneath someone's smile, the perfect moment to speak or stay silent. You create harmony wherever you go, not by forcing agreement, but by honoring everyone's truth. Your artistic sensitivity allows you to express what others feel but cannot articulate. But Rabbit Soul, here's where you get stuck. You people please to avoid conflict, even when that conflict would lead to necessary growth. You absorb others' emotions until you forget where they end and you begin. You underestimate your own needs, putting everyone else first until you're depleted and resentful. The lesson your spirit animal wants you to embrace is this. Your gentleness is strength when you stop apologizing for feeling deeply and set boundaries that honor your peace. The rabbit who protects their burrow thrives. The rabbit who lets everyone in becomes exhausted and hunted. Your sensitivity is a gift to be shared from a full cup, not poured out until nothing remains. If your birth year ends in 3, you carry the dragon's fire. The dragon holds the fire of manifestation, turning imagination into reality through creative force. You dream bigger than most people allow themselves to dream. Where others see limitations, you see possibilities. You have visionary thinking that can imagine futures others can't conceive. Your magnetic charisma draws people, resources, and opportunities toward your vision. You attract abundance naturally because you believe in it completely. Your bold dreams inspire others to believe in their own potential. You make people feel that magic is possible, that reality is more flexible than they thought. This is profound medicine in a world that teaches cynicism. But Dragon Soul, your challenge burns hot. You feel impatient with practical steps, frustrated when you can see the destination but the journey requires patience. You experience disappointment when reality moves slower than your vision, when manifestation requires more than just belief. Your focus can scatter across too many magnificent possibilities, diluting your power instead of concentrating it. The lesson your guardian offers is transformative. Your power multiplies when you pair your magnificent vision with consistent, grounded action. The dragon who only breathes fire eventually exhausts its own flame. The dragon who tends the fire daily creates sustainable magic. Your visions deserve the devotion of daily practice, boring as that might seem. That's where dreams become real. If your birth year ends in 4, the snake shares your path. The snake represents spiritual wisdom earned through cycles of shedding and transformation. You possess piercing intuition that sees truth beneath surfaces. While others accept the obvious explanation, you sense what's really happening. You see truth that others hide, even truth they hide from themselves. Your spiritual depth runs to places most people never explore. You're comfortable with mystery where others need concrete answers. You have a healing presence. People feel safer telling you their secrets, showing you their wounds, because you don't judge the darkness. You understand that shadow work is sacred work. Throughout your life, you've shed versions of yourself that no longer fit, and each time you've emerged wiser. But snake soul, here's where the medicine becomes poison. You have difficulty trusting others because your intuition has shown you how often people lie, especially to themselves. You withdraw when hurt, coiling inward instead of risking vulnerability again. You hold on to past betrayals, letting old venom keep circulating through your system long after the original wound. The lesson your spirit animal whispers is this: each shedding of old skin isn't loss. It's making space for the wiser version of you waiting to emerge. That includes shedding old hurts. The snake who refuses to shed eventually becomes trapped in skin too small for its growth. Your intuition is a gift, but not when it becomes a wall that keeps everyone at a distance. Some people are safe, some connections are real. Your wisdom deepens when you let it. If you're feeling the recognition already, wait. The next 5 spirit animals carry equally profound wisdom. Keep going, because what you're about to hear might be exactly what your soul needs to remember. If your birth year ends in 5, you run with the horse. The horse embodies freedom's call and the sacred restlessness that prevents stagnation. You have an adventurous spirit that refuses to be fenced. Throughout your life, you've broken out of situations that felt limiting, jobs that caged you, relationships that demanded too much conformity, places that grew too small for your expanding spirit. This is your gift. You demonstrate beautiful adaptability, able to navigate new territories while others cling to the familiar. You break limiting patterns, showing people that the way things have always been isn't the way they must always be. You inspire movement when communities get stuck in comfortable ruts. Your authentic independence reminds others that they too have permission to be free. But horse soul, your challenge gallops alongside you. You have difficulty with commitment because part of you always wonders what you're missing beyond the next horizon. You run from depth, telling yourself it's freedom when sometimes it's just fear of being truly known. You mistake escape for freedom, leaving situations that actually need your presence and courage to transform. The lesson your guardian carries is this: true freedom isn't running from, it's running toward what genuinely calls your soul home. The wild horse who never stops running becomes exhausted and alone. The horse who chooses its herd, who commits to the journey, not just the destination, discovers that freedom and belonging can coexist. Sometimes staying is the bravest adventure. If your birth year ends in 6, the elephant stands with you. The elephant represents grounded wisdom, community strength, and prosperity built to last. You embody loyalty in a world that treats it as old-fashioned. You create stability that others depend on, the bedrock beneath their shifting sands. You remember what matters when others chase shiny distractions. You nurture community, understanding that we rise together or not at all. You build wealth patiently, trusting that slow growth creates strong roots. Where others want quick wins, you're planting orchards that will feed generations. This patience is sacred. Your presence makes people feel safe, held, remembered. You celebrate their victories and mourn their losses. You show up consistently when others flake. This medicine is desperately needed. But elephant soul, your challenge weighs heavy. You carry others' burdens until your own back breaks. You have difficulty releasing what's finished, relationships that ended, dreams that died, identities that no longer fit, because your loyalty doesn't know how to let go, even when holding on causes pain. Your stubbornness disguises itself as devotion, but sometimes it's just fear of the grief that comes with accepting what is. The lesson your spirit animal trumpets is vital. Your strength supports others best when you remember your own foundation needs tending first. The elephant who carries everyone eventually collapses. The elephant who drinks from the watering hole, who rests in the shade, who lets others carry their own weight. That elephant leads the herd to safety. Your loyalty is beautiful, but not when it demands your own depletion. You matter too. If your birth year ends in 7, the owl watches over you. The owl holds the medicine of solitude, inner knowing that surpasses external validation. You carry deep wisdom that didn't come from books. It came from time spent in reflection, in silence, in the spaces between words where truth lives. You have mystical perception, seeing connections and patterns that others walk right past. You're genuinely comfortable in solitude, where others grow anxious and reach for distraction. You see what others miss because you're willing to look deeper, wait longer, sit with questions that have no easy answers. Your spiritual discernment helps you distinguish between what's real and what's performance, what's wisdom and what's just noise. People come to you for insight because you've spent time developing inner sight. This is rare medicine, but owl soul, your challenge hoots in the darkness. Your isolation can become loneliness when you forget that connection is also sacred. You intellectualize emotions instead of feeling them, analyzing your feelings instead of having them. You have difficulty expressing needs because you've become so self-sufficient that asking feels like failure. The lesson your guardian offers from the night branch is this: your inner knowing deepens when you trust that true connection enhances rather than threatens your solitude. The owl who never leaves the tree begins to mistake isolation for wisdom. The owl who sometimes flies with the flock, who allows others to see its vulnerability, who asks for help, that owl grows wiser still. Your solitude is sacred, but it's meant to be a well you return to, not a prison you hide in. Some people are worth emerging for. If your birth year ends in 8, you dance with the butterfly. The butterfly teaches that struggle creates the strength needed for flight. Beauty is earned through transformation. Your life has shown you this truth again and again. You embrace change where others resist it, understanding that growth requires leaving old forms behind. You find beauty in the process, even the messy middle parts that others want to skip. Your social grace helps people feel comfortable, creating spaces where transformation feels safe. You hold optimism through darkness because you've been in the cocoon and you know what waits on the other side. You inspire hope simply by existing as proof that becoming is possible. Your emergence from difficulties shows others their own potential for metamorphosis. This is luminous medicine. But butterfly soul, here's your challenge taking flight. You sometimes avoid the cocoon phase, wanting the wings without the dissolution. You can slip into superficial positivity, decorating difficulty with pretty words instead of feeling it fully. You feel impatient with necessary struggle, wanting to rush the process that cannot be rushed without destroying the very strength you need. The lesson your spirit animal wants you to integrate is profound. The wings that carry you highest are strengthened by the very struggle you want to skip. The butterfly who breaks out of the cocoon too early cannot fly. Its wings never develop the strength they needed. The butterfly who surrenders to the timeline of transformation emerges ready for flight. Your beauty is real because your struggle was real. Stop apologizing for the cocoon. It's where your wings are born. If your birth year ends in 9, you howl with the wolf. The wolf balances fierce independence with pack loyalty, instinct wisdom meeting community consciousness. You have strong instincts that guide you when logic fails. Your protective loyalty runs bone deep for those you claim as yours. You embody leadership within community, understanding that true alpha energy lifts the whole pack. You honor both solitude and belonging, knowing you need time alone to hear your own voice and time together to remember you're part of something larger. This balance is powerful medicine in a world that says, choose one or the other. You show people they can be wild and connected, free and committed, individual and communal. But wolf soul, your challenge prowls in shadow. You carry trust issues from times the pack turned on you or you discovered your pack wasn't what you thought. You have difficulty asking for help because you've survived alone so long that interdependence feels like weakness. You carry the pack alone when leadership should be shared, exhausting yourself trying to protect everyone. You withdraw when wounded instead of letting your pack tend your injuries. The lesson your guardian howls across the tundra is this: your wildness and your belonging aren't opposites. You're meant to run free and run together. The lone wolf story is largely myth. Wolves survive through pack intelligence, shared resources, collective protection. Your strength multiplies in right relationship. The wolf who trusts its pack can rest, can hunt efficiently, can raise healthy pups. Your instincts are sacred, and sometimes those instincts should tell you to let others in, to share the weight, to trust that you're safe enough to be vulnerable. You don't have to do it all alone. Now that you've met your spirit animal, the real question emerges. How do you honor this sacred connection in your daily life? Because awareness without practice is just interesting information. Your spirit animal hasn't been hiding from you. You've been living its lessons without recognizing the teacher. Every strength you possess, every pattern you've repeated, every challenge that shaped you carries its wisdom. But now you know. Now you can work with your guardian consciously instead of unconsciously. Now you can ask for guidance and actually hear the answers that have always been there. Here's how you deepen this relationship starting today. Each morning before the day takes you, acknowledge your spirit animal by name. Phoenix, walk with me today. Tiger, lend me your courage. Rabbit, help me honor my sensitivity. Dragon, focus my vision. Snake, sharpen my intuition. Horse, guide my freedom. Elephant, ground my strength. Owl, deepen my wisdom. Butterfly, ease my transformation. Wolf, balance my independence and belonging. Speak to your guardian like the ally it is. Then notice, throughout your day, notice how situations reflect its teaching. The challenges that arise are curriculum. The gifts that flow are your guardian working through you. Pay attention. When you're facing decisions, ask yourself, what would my spirit animal do? The phoenix transforms, finding the opportunity in the ending. The tiger acts decisively, trusting bold movement. The rabbit seeks harmony, honoring all perspectives. The dragon envisions boldly, seeing magnificent possibility. The snake trusts intuition, sensing truth beneath surface. The horse seeks freedom, choosing what expands rather than contracts. The elephant builds stability, making choices that last. The owl reflects deeply, waiting for inner knowing. The butterfly embraces change, surrendering to the process. The wolf balances independence with loyalty, honoring both individual and collective needs. Let your guardian's wisdom inform your path. Every evening, place your hand on your heart and speak this mantra 3 times. I honor the phoenix's wisdom within me, or tiger, or rabbit, or whichever guardian walks with you. Say it with presence. Feel it land in your body. This isn't just words. This is you acknowledging the sacred contract between your soul and this guardian, the agreement made before you were born that you would walk together, learn together, evolve together through this lifetime. Honor that agreement. Your spirit animal has been honoring it since your first breath. Now I want to hear from you. Share your birth year's last digit and your spirit animal in the comments. Tell us which trait resonates most powerfully. Tell us which lesson you're ready to embrace. This isn't just for me, it's for everyone reading. When you share your animal, you're helping your animal family find each other here. The tigers will recognize each other. The rabbits will feel less alone. The phoenixes will celebrate each other's rebirths. We're building a community of awakened souls who understand that we're all being guided, all being taught, all being loved by forces greater than we can see. Add your voice to that chorus. If this resonated with you, if you felt that shock of recognition when you discovered your guardian, share this video. Spiritual awakening spreads through resonance, through one person lighting up and showing others the way. Your like, your share, your subscription, these aren't just algorithms. They're you saying yes to spreading wisdom in a world that desperately needs it. Hit that subscribe button to continue this journey with us. We're exploring the hidden spiritual truths that make everything make sense. Your spirit animal chose you because it recognized the magnificence you came here to become. Honor that choice. Walk in that wisdom. You are guided. You are protected. You are exactly where you need to be.